So we don't want to, waste our time with the clairvoyants, the spirits.
You can't overdo it.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we're using our time with them wisely. And that's why we've waited for the first Toronto Maple Leafs tarot reading until now. So let's get that underway. I don't know if we have music for this. Do we have music for this? If we have some music, let's hear it.
There it is.
Because you got to get the right state of mind, right? Right mental state for this. So there's a couple things that we want to broach to the spirits. We want to ask about three things. We want to ask about Andrei Vasilevsky. We want to ask about whether the core four is ready for this challenge. And of course, the future and what this postseason means for one Kyle Dubas. Let's start with Vasilevsky, shall we? So it's been, and this is one thing that could give Leaf fans a lot of positivity and confidence heading into this. It's been his worst season as a full-time starter, albeit slightly. He's slipped into a range where he's performing at, top 10 level, as opposed to challenging for the Vezina Trophy, which he seems to be doing perennially. He's been on par, really, with Ilya Samsonov. So the question is, or the question demands, whether or not we should still be scared of this elite NHL goaltender. Ailish, you will pull the card. What are we asking the spirits exactly here?
I have the tarot cards in my hand. I've been connecting with them throughout the last hour. The question is whether Andrei Vasilevsky is still the boogeyman or not. I will split the deck and pull a card.
Very deliberate.
The 6 of clubs, Justin.
6 of clubs. Okay, the
and
first
it is
question.
Upside down because this is important for tarot card readings.
So otherwise, 6 of clubs, otherwise known as the 6 of cups. And we are reversed. Stuck in the past, moving forward, leaving home, independence. The 6 of cups symbolize the joy of nostalgia.
Oh my
The comfort
God.
of home and childhood innocence. In this card itself, there are 6 cups filled with white flowers. 2 children are depicted in the foreground, and one is passing a cup to the other. One can imagine it gives them a sense of security and comfort.
First thing you said was stuck in the past. That was the past of a prolific Andrei Vasilevsky. Is he stuck over the last 3 playoff runs where they won 2 cups? Are we looking at the old version of the boogeyman of Andrei Vasilevsky? That's how I read this card.
It can stand for you wanting to return to a happier time.
Before Andrei Vasilevsky was in the lead.
I'll be honest, I'm having trouble deciphering this one. Are we getting the Andrei Vasilevsky that has been dominant? Or are we longing, and are the Tampa Bay Lightning longing for the Andrei Vasilevsky of the past?
All we know is that, does the upside down part factor into what you read? Because it usually does mean something different.
The upside down, the first thing it says is stuck in the past.
I think that's positive for Leafs fans.
If it's stuck in the past, I think what we should get from it, and again, I hope the next 2 are clearer, because if it's just more,
clear to me.
If it's just more questions, but if the Lightning are stuck in the past, it would point to them not having the same sort of outlook.
I think that's right.
Maybe Andrei Vasilevsky is washed. Thank you, clairvoyant.
Melissa just texted in, passing one cup to another, Tampa passing the cup to Toronto.
How do we miss that?
There you go.
Shows the passing of traditions and happy reunions. Those traditions, Stanley Cup traditions for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh my God, Leafs are going to win the cup.
Are they in the past?
All right, let's do the next one.
Okay,
Good start so
when
far.
it comes to the Maple Leafs, and they can control what they can control. And what they can control, even if it's the past Andrei Vasilevsky, is that they're good enough to beat a Tampa Bay Lightning team with Andrei Vasilevsky playing at a high level. Each member of the core 4 has not posted a personal best this season, but this might be the best collective performance from the 4 in their time together in Toronto, with William Nylander and Mitch Marner specifically raising their levels. So will the Stars overcome the Scars?
Oh, wow. What a headline. All right, tarot cards. I have them in my hands. The question is, related to the core 4 specifically, has past failure adequately prepared the Maple Leafs for this challenge? I will split the deck. I will select a card. The 5 of Hearts.
5 of Hearts. also the Five of Cups.
I believe it is properly upwards.
It's upright. Well, this one is not as positive.
Oh, no.
Loss, grief, disappointment, sadness, mourning, discontent, the feeling
All of those
being
words?
let down.
Justin!
There are certain tarot cards whose imagery immediately conjure up negative emotions, and the Five of Cups carries such weight. This is a card which signifies loss as well as the painful challenges which stem from that particular loss.
This is horrible.
The card depicts a figure that is wearing a black cloak. The person hides his face in what seems to be despair. There are 5 cups on the ground, 3 of which have fallen, while the other 2 remain standing. The person, however, seemed to notice there are 2 standing cups, as is too busy mourning over those which are fallen. There is a powerful river which flows between him and a house or a castle in the distance, indicating that a torrent of emotions have separated him from home.
This is bad. Can we pull a different one? Justin, read that first sentence again.
The 5 of Cups symbolizes disappointment and the feelings that come when things go differently as you expected. You are feeling unhappy that a certain situation hasn't really turned out the way you have hoped it would.
Oh my God, let's burn
The 5
this
of
deck.
Cups is as
bad of a card as I think is in this deck, okay?
Yeah, that is not the one.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Instead of moving towards a more positive perspective, this card seems to say that you are dwelling in the past.
Oh my God, enough.
Inducing feelings of self-pity and regret. It does get
it
worse
gets
here.
worse. Stop reading.
Should we move on to the
Yes,
third question?
I don't even want to break that one down because I'm pretty sure that it couldn't have got much worse. Okay, let's move on, please.
Okay, we have to ask about Kyle Dubas. We're going to ask Frank about Kyle Dubas, who's a clairvoyant himself in the next block.
That was terrible.
But Kyle Dubas has put together the best roster of his career on paper in a season where his job was seemingly on the line. Will he be rewarded? Does he want to be rewarded? Will this postseason provide triumph or misery to the Maple Leafs general manager?
Well, by the way that last card went, I feel like
Let's hope there's conflicting information here. Although maybe, we're going to ask Frank.
Okay.
Maybe a loss isn't the worst thing for Kyle.
Okay. I have the deck in my hands. The question is, what does this postseason mean for Kyle Dubas? We'll split the deck. The 10 of spades, and it is upright, Justin.
10 of spades, or the 10 of swords in other tarot. You said upright?
Upright.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, stop it.
Upright keywords for the 10 of swords. Ruin, failure, bitterness, collapse, exhaustion, dead end, victimization, betrayal.
Oh my God.
Another one of the most striking and ominous cards in the deck, the 10 of swords shows a man lying flat on the ground with his face facing the dirt. He is covered with a red cloth from the chest down to his legs. 10 long swords are stabbed into his back. He may not have seen the end coming.
Stop it.
This is a terrible stillness in the air. The sky above him is black and cloudy, indicating the fear and negativity associated with death. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
No! God, please, no!
so
No!
The waters in front of him are still with no ripples, adding to the eerie
my
stillness
God.
and finality of this card. Looking into the horizon in the east, the sun is rising, and the weather seems very calm despite the darkness.
I'm dying.
The 10 of swords seems to intimate that this is the lowest point of one's life, and it cannot get worse than this, at least even in this state. The sun does rise. Ooh, that's an interesting little
Oh my God,
tidbit at the end.
Justin. I'm actually laughing so hard that I'm crying. This is terrible. Did you say there were swords in his back? And
were
his
swords
face
in his
was
back.
down? He's dying.
The 10 of swords indicate a major disaster of some sort.
The lowest point in one's life.
I think that last part is interesting,
But the
though.
sunrise
At
one.
least even in this state, the sun is rising. Does the sun rise in Pittsburgh? Every day it does.
Man, I don't know if this could have went worse.
This is a real referendum
Honestly,
on the cards.
the people
Can we
listening to
break out of our state and just talk for a second?
I can't ever break out. I am one with the tarot cards now.
Okay, so
I feel sick.
you
Thanks
know,
for that.
Andrei Vasilevsky is still up in the air, whether it's the past
Well,
or
clearly, when you listen now with the last two
Yeah,
cards,
it
he's
helps
going
us
to be
with the
the
first
best
card.
player in the series. He's going to win the Conn Smythe.
so stuck in the past, meaning I'm the best goaltender on the planet. Okay, we were kind of spinning that one the way we wanted to, but yeah. Some real negativity when it comes to the Leafs and Kyle Dubas, at least in the spirit world. Thankfully, the
God.
game isn't played in the spirits or on a spreadsheet, Maple Leafs and Lightning will decide it themselves.